YouTube, welcome to Cafe No Man. Welcome to our reaction to TATE. We are going to react to the song Babies Having Babies. Let's get started with our first time single take honest reaction to this song Babies Having Babies. This is requested by our patron NJ.
Sometimes these titles really scare me. They scare me even before we start listening to the song.
Come on, you know how I feel about you.
But if you really care for me, you'll wait.
I've been waiting long enough. How long do you expect me to wait? Don't you love me?
Yes, I love you, but please, I'm not ready for this.
Hey, look, I'm out of here. I don't need this.
No, Tom, no. Okay, Tom, but I'm frightened.
Don't worry, baby. I've got everything under control. Little Susie lives down the street, likes the boy that she just met. Now she feels that her life's complete, but she still plays hard to get. It's the very first time for Susie, and he promised her he'd stay. So she laid down next to him and gave all her love away. Babies are having babies. Yes, they are. We must be crazy to let our babies have babies.
Tom, you got a minute? I've got to talk to you.
Baby, can't this wait? Because I'm really running late right now.
Tom?
What's the matter, baby?
Tom, I'm pregnant.
What? Tom was young and very dumb when he swore his love was true. He thought he'd have a ball, have his cake and eat it too. But the news kinda hit him hard. In fact, it blew his mind. Now he's trying to find another job, standing on the employment line. Baby are having babies. Yes, they are. We must be crazy to let our babies have babies. If you love me, you would never hesitate. If you love me, you never do me like this.
Oh, if you love me, you'd be happy with a kiss.
Babies are having babies. Yes, they are. We must be crazy let our babies have babies. Tom and Susie tied the knot, both swore to share their lives. But when they seen what they hadn't got, that's the time they compromise. It's a trying time for Susie. Some say she's lost her smile, because in 5 months, baby, she's gonna have a second child. Babies are having babies. Yes, they are. We must be crazy to let our babies have babies.
Tom, I want to
Wow, this was nice. Musically, vocally, lyrically, everything. It was well balanced. I like the intro of the song with the flute. The sound of the flute continues as a bridge between the lines kind of thing. And there was another voice, female voice, that was also going along with the flute. That was uniquely done, quite impressive. I like the flute, inclusion throughout the song in a very unique way, along with other instruments. Musically, it was quite sound. I like the music. The composition of the song is wonderful.
Yeah, adding in that flute was
I
pure
know,
genius.
it was genius. It sounds good. It's a heavy topic to take, the way the lyrics are written, but it was done so masterly. It was done so musically that you are also, in awe of the music along with the lines of the song. Otherwise, the lines of the song are kind of a movie or a small play kind of a thing that is going on. Wonder what is happening between Tom and Susie, and everything that is going right, wrong, whatever is happening. It didn't sound that right. But I like the whole artistic way of presenting the whole thing, conversation, music. There was a lot to offer in one song. Terry Tate, I think there are more artists in this song, and they should also be named.
Yeah, the female singer was definitely important.
She's like, half of the song.
Plays an important role here, and it's unfair that her name isn't there in the title of the song.
Yeah, Susie isn't mentioned. Tom is.
Yeah, I mean, it was a brilliantly presented song. After hearing the pathetic sound of Queen, the even more pathetic sound of Ice Cube,
Adele.
and the heartless Adele, definitely this is music to my ears.
This is.
Terry Tate and the female singer, music to my ears. Very, very important topic in the world of today, especially in countries such as America, where teenage and preteen pregnancy is on the rise, sharp rise. So it's a major, major problem in many communities, in many parts of the country there. Yeah. And this is one song which is really tackling the subject beautifully. It is a major problem, when a baby is having a baby, and not literally a baby, but when a young person who's not mature enough, ready enough, qualified enough possibly, if you have a qualification to be a mother, they aren't even qualified enough. So when a young person, and even the man, the boy, so young, when you're a preteen child and a teenage child, especially a preteen child, 12, 11, 10, 11, 12, 13, 10, 11, 12 is preteen. So at that age when you're having a baby, definitely it's like a baby having a baby. So the title of the song is perfect, and definitely how on earth can you take care of your baby when you yourself are a baby in many ways. So you need to be taken care of, you need to be looked after. People are not going to employ you, and at least not for legal jobs. That's the problem. When you talk about child labor, especially in countries such as India, where it is and has been a major problem for a while, and it is being tackled beautifully by certain people other than the government. But it's a child labor is a very serious problem, and I don't think it's a serious problem in America, but here in this part of the world and many other third world countries, it's a major problem. And
the population is
the reason you're first of all taken advantage of is because you possibly need money badly. When you don't need money that badly, you don't have kids of your own, or you're not married at a young age, you won't have to work, when you're still a child. So child labor will definitely be lesser in those countries. So in America, the child labor is quite disastrous. Even though it is lesser than India, I'm sure it's lesser than India, but the kind of child labor over there is much worse than what exists in India. There, when you talk about child labor, it usually means some sexual labor, some kind of prostitution, some kind of drug peddling, some kind of illegal activities. So when you talk about child labor in America, it's usually to do with those kind of things. So it's definitely anyway lowering your lifespan. So forget about you being a good mother or father. You're going to lower your lifespan anyway. Mostly you will die as young as Tupac. So you will possibly be dead because of some accident, some shooting, some kind of crime against you, or you being involved in it and your life is over because you're practically in prison forever. So, and America is filled with prisons like these. So I know what I'm talking
You know,
about.
there's also a great deal of child labor happening in the name of reality shows around the world, and especially the ideas and the concepts come from America and Europe, and they, mushroom around the world, including India. I hate the kind of jobs, the kind of performances young children have to go through, and it is applauded. Sometimes I find it offensive and disgusting as well as illegal, but there is no, I don't know, somehow it escapes the law.
Yeah, great song, great song. Definitely, this issue needs to be taken up, and education is part of the answer. When you have good educators, which America lacks, obviously, they need help from India and other such countries to get good educators. But if barring that, if education is just part of the solution, America sees it as a problem till today. Education, they see drugs as a solution.
Yeah, I see that.
The government sees drugs and guns as a solution.
Counts.
So that says it all about a country and a culture of a country, when drugs and guns are seen as a culture of a country. So, and you have no culture apart from that then. So, education is part of the solution, definitely. But, sound parenting is also a solution. I'll give you my own example. When we started on YouTube, I wanted my kids to be involved in this. I said it would be good exposure for them, especially since I started myself working at a very young age as a child. But of course, it wasn't labor. It wasn't labor intensive what I was doing. I was working freelancing with a music company, top music company at that time. I was working my own hours, practically 2-3 hours a week maximum. So it wasn't like a hardcore job. And I was being paid very well for a child, inexperienced child. I started young. So I thought, maybe my kids also I should give a head start, because it definitely helped me later on in my life, in my career. But when I saw the kind of exposure I was giving my kids on YouTube, a platform like YouTube, I said that's not the solution. So I immediately took my kids off the internet. If they are part of the internet now in any way, then it's definitely for something that connects with their career, with their future dreams, and it is something that they like to do. So that is really important. So I think if I can do it, a layman like me in India, Mumbai, India, can do it, definitely the advanced citizens of America can certainly take a leaf out of a layman from India and do the right thing and be a good parent, be a more responsible, better parent. Because if you're a better, more responsible parent, chances of babies having babies will be lesser. And this happens most in Hispanic and black communities, this problem.
Yeah. Widely.
I know this for a fact as a counselor because I keep track of such things. In America, it's mostly the Hispanic and black community and other minority communities that have this problem, including Indians over there. They have these problems. So, education is not the answer, because they might be educated, their parents might be educated, highly educated in the case of Indian residents over there. But that's not the answer. The answer is in sound parenting. You should be a responsible parent so that your children automatically have a better idea of what is not right for me. It still may happen, but the chances of it happening are lesser.